Twitter this time. That's what fucked us up last time, bro. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
It?
Yes, sir.
That was fast.
That was quick.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yo. This is your boy Bronze, and this is the Niners All Day Show. I got my partner boy, Trey.
What's happening, people? We're a little bit early. You know what I'm saying? We got things going on. We had to come a little bit early to y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, all right. So make sure you guys follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel, if not already. We got a special guest today.
A very special guest.
The inspiration, pretty much. And here we go. We're gonna be. Here's the guy right here, man. The man, the myth, the legend, the one and the only, Ronbo of Ronbo Sports. What up, Rambo?
You know what up? Love my team.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm like delighted. Oh, I got visual on y'all now. I just got it.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? This is like, I'm delighted. You guys went overboard with the praise, though. I ain't all that special. I'm just another 49 on the Empire block. You know what I'm saying?
Rambo, yeah,
Pleasure.
it's truly a blessing. I want to start it off with basically, there is many nights that I've been listening to you. I called in twice, probably over I don't know how long. But it's like, like the Waltons. I don't know if you watched that old school show where like
When
at
it's
the
like,
evening, and then they got radio and they're all surrounded.
Who's
The grandma's
John
like on their rocking chair. I mean, I always have you. Like my family knows you. Like sometimes I would play you on the TV, or I got my iPhone around. I mean, they know your voice, the whole family. So big ups to you. I knew Trey, through you, and that's how we linked up. It's because, I know like you have so many callers in and there's so much, a limited amount of time. And, I've been listening to Trey for a long time and I was always enticed like, okay, I want to hear some more about Trey, so this is how we started this platform, so basically I see it as Niners All Day is kind of a spinoff of Ronbo Sports, man. So big up, salute.
That's flattering.
So thanks for everything you do. I know you always get praises every night. Everyone says thank you. You can't get enough thanks.
I get a lot of flack though. You see me on social media, but I be fighting with people right and left. Hey,
I guess that's part of the territory. Yeah, but I think you get more love than hate though.
Well, I hope so.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. It's definitely a pleasure, man. I've been rocking with Rambo since 2015, man. It's been a very long time, man. We appreciate you for taking the time out of your day and coming on our platform, bro.
Your pleasure.
It really is a pleasure to have you. The first thing that we want to get into, because I never knew, even though I've been rocking with you going on five, going on 6 years, I never knew, what's your platform explanation as far as, how did you get into doing 49ers content?
And in fact, in the beginning, I was just fooling around. I came on. I didn't have a situation set up where I could take in calls or anything like that. These are things that evolved as I started, because as I got started, it's funny about this kind of situation with sports. You go from one thought process to another. You start to evolve. You start to add on. You start to add on things. Before you know it, you're completely engulfed in it. And like you were talking about the honey situation, when you get a little while ago, pretty soon your family is like, "Come on, boy. You gonna come eat or what? I'm gonna be in a minute, okay?" And it gets crazy. So you get entwined, and now it's become where I was just doing individual segments where I was just talking about my opinion about certain things, and then I said, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do this. I'm gonna do a radio show, and then I think then I'm gonna take calls, man. I get people's opinions on things, because you guys listen to shows like 95.7 The Game and all those things, and they're talking to people all the time. That is the fun part, to hear people bounce off of what you're thinking and argue with people like we used to do back when we was losing on what it was like. We had people calling, fighting and getting crazy. Name call. We got people that have blocked each other. Trey, you.
Hey, I'm the king of block.
Personal, serious.
I see some bullshit, and you getting blocked. That's just how it is, bro. I didn't have to go and unblock a few people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But that's the emotions.
Yeah.
That's the emotions behind this stuff, man. You get
I'm
crazy
dead
into it.
serious about this
Right.
Niners stuff, man.
Rambo, real quick. When did you actually start? Because I remember, I want to say, 2015, even before that, maybe, right? Or is it around that time?
14. It was
14?
2014,
Okay.
but I hadn't set up a platform yet where I could talk to people and interact. 14, I was just doing videos and giving my opinion on certain things.
Yes.
And then we expanded to radio.
Yeah.
And that's when we start to grow because we could reach out to more people with that. So that's really pretty much it.
Okay.
2014.
Yeah, I still wonder how you do the cat thing. You know, your cat, like back then, you used to have, what's his name? I don't forget his name, but he used to show up a lot. But
you know, my production folks got some skills. Whenever you're doing things that make me laugh, I got to be serious when I'm doing MC though. Otherwise, I'll bust
MC is a trip, man. All right, man. So Rambo, this is the first topic that we want to get to. We know that Kendrick Bourne signed a $3.2 million tender, right? We know that last summer Raheem Mostert, he signed a three-year, $9 million contract. Now, with that being said, there was an article that was released yesterday that's basically saying there's been discussion about a Kendrick Bourne and Raheem Mostert contract extension. Now, what do you have to say about that? How do you feel about that?
Bad timing. Only because it's in as much as the season is in the throes of a pandemic. So I don't know if the 49ers, how much money they got extra to throw around. And, you got George Kittle sitting around there. And George seems like he's going to settle for $13 million from what some reports are saying. Yeah. But I think they're within their right to ask for that money. They both are going to play a huge role this year because they're the veterans now, guys. They are the vets. Yeah. They're not running behind nobody anymore. Yeah. So they deserve it.
But you like you said, like the timing is kind of bad. And I just only read the headlines. And I just feel like, man, it's kind of a bad look on Raheem doing it right now. I mean, especially with the stable of running backs. And, he's been going around the league. There's something to be said about that, too. I mean, to me, I felt like he was lucky. He was blessed to be in the 49ers and, to fit in the system. He flourished in, with the system. I think he developed with Turner. Yeah. And in the running game, I'm like, okay, bro. It's like, and especially with Jet McKinnon back, I'm on the train with Jet. I think he's going to flourish. I'm not going to say that Raheem's going to be on the back seat, but, we're probably going to – there's a chance of him, going kind of like being overshadowed a little bit. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't – it's definitely bad timing, right? Like Raheem, we really appreciate what you did last year, right? Like you worked wonders last year. You know what I mean? But you got a $9 million contract last year for 3 years, and last year was your best season, right? Like we've seen little pieces and bits, but we haven't seen what you could do until last year. So I kind of feel like, that's not really a good look, man. Give it another season or two. Then go ahead and get you a nice contract extension. Get you $7 or $8 million a year, man. But play it out for a little bit, man. You just got $9 million. You got your $1 million Super Bowl bonus because you went to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of other bonuses due to your production during the season. So, man, I really wasn't feeling that. On the KB side, though, I'm feeling that, though, man. I'm really feeling that, man. I'm a KB guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a KB stan. I gotta get real. Yeah, we KB stands around here. To see somebody be an undrafted free agent, man, and to come on and be as prosperous as he has, especially with the 49ers franchise, man, it's definitely something good that they're actually talking about a contract extension right now. Because even though it's bad timing, if these guys ball out, they're going to be a hell of a lot more expensive, especially KB, because he just signed a tender. So he has to get a whole nother contract after this year. So if he balls out on the open market, somebody will outbid us for it. So I could understand as to why they would be talking about a contract extension for him instead of giving him $3.2 million on a 1-year tender. Go ahead and extend him and get a deal done and keep him. But man, I really don't understand why they're talking about Raheem right now. Also, that doesn't make any sense to me.
And Trey, I got to tell you, you guys, the thing is about the 49ers, if you're doing a good job, they'll call Raheem in. They'll call KB in.
Right.
They'll tell them, listen, let's talk about your contract. Because we've seen it done before. Just get out there and do your thing right now. But this is not a good time to start asking for money. And please don't talk about holding out. I can't imagine them doing that.
We can't have that. We especially with no training camp. Basically, the training camp is going to be cutting down to like a month and a half, right? So
Basically.
there's been no shorts and shirts with helmets. There's been no helmets and shoulder pads with shorts. There's been none of that, bro. These guys are literally going to come into camp in
pads.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So that's kind of going to be tough on the whole franchise, man. And I just hope that everybody is healthy, man. Because I tell you what, in mid-August, mid-July, August, coming in with full body armor on, and you ain't had no type of PTOs or none of that crap, man. Guys better be in shape and they better be ready to play because it's gonna get real. And if you're out of shape, it's gonna show, especially with full pads on.
Yes.
No excuse for that anyway right now. If you're coming out of shape right now, knowing full well what's going on in the situation as it is, you better be doing a lot of cardio. Don't be out there just lifting and, just get yourself ready for this. Because you ain't got to worry about the wide receivers in the skill position. So I'm worried, though, Dre, Bronx, about the linemen. How do you train as a lineman with no contact? That worries me.
Hey man, like you said, man, you got to be doing a lot of cardio. That's the only thing that I think that could really help those guys. Doing a lot of cardio, working with the sleds, going to your hometown college or your hometown high school that's close to your house, working on the sleds. That's the only thing that can really get you ready as an offensive or defensive lineman, man. I really don't see anything else. Working on your hand placement and your hand technique, working on getting out of your snap really fast, working on your back pedal for an offensive lineman, working on your get off as a defensive lineman. Those are the only things that you really can do, man. So it's a little bit different for the offensive and defensive linemen.
Secondary.
Real quick. Did you guys see the video, the Pierre video of KB, kind of like coaching, or after he practiced, he was still kind of training with
Brendan?
It was someone else. Oh man, I gotta show the link.
With all the kids.
Yeah, but I got chills. I was getting chills when I saw KB like kind of schooling the players. I was like, okay, man, this is because of Sanders. I mean, every trade, whatever, it was worth every penny for that trade because it resonated.
The residual effect.
Yes, because now I'm like, I was seeing this video today. I'm like, man, I'm seeing KB in a different light now. He's more matured. He's taking like more of a leadership role, like a big brother role. And I think it's because of last year. And I mean, the way he's working out this year is that he took it to the next level. Yeah. So I gotta, I'll tweet that.
People make the mistake of thinking KB's out there laughing and having a good time. He ain't stupid. That boy knows the game. And he's got a lot to talk about. Sanders, you're right, though. That was a boost to let you know, KB, look, at times you need to go and work with people that you got knowledge above and help him out. And now here he goes. He's applying himself. Love it.
Yes.
Yeah. So this next subject, this is George Kittle. It seems like somebody has seemed to talk some sense into George Kittle. All of that $20 million a year or wide receiver one, all of that shit is out the window, man. The new article saying that George Kittle is looking at about $13 million a year. What? I mean, I've been saying this for I don't know how long. I got beat up online. I got beat up on the Rambo show. I got beat up everywhere for saying this shit, man. People talking about George Kittle getting $20 million a year. Look,
that was never going to happen.
I love George Kittle, but he is not $11 million per year better than Travis Kelce, who was getting. Okay, let's be logical about this. Yeah, he's the best tight end in the league, but let's be logical about this. He's the best, but he's not worth that damn much. So seeing that, he's possibly going to get $13 million a year, I could work with that. My magic number was 14 or 15. Anything more than 15,
same here.
I can get him out of there.
I was willing to go 15.
Yeah, man. So how do you feel about that, Rambo? How do you feel about that?
I'm delighted.
A year?
And Dre, guys, I do not believe that George was pushing that narrative. I think he told his agent, do the best you can for me, and I'll appreciate that. Right. But George probably had the same reaction we did when he looked into open his monitor. What? No, man. And then, George, let me handle this. I can see how agents are. Hey, you know what? I think you might have went too far. George, let me handle this, all right? I'm going to do the best deal for you and your family. Just sit tight. In fact, don't read anything. Anything you read, just ignore it. Just let me handle this. You know how agents are. And George probably said, man, I just want to play football, man. I'd be happy with 12 mil, okay?
Right. Right.
And then the agent's going to push this. And at the end of the day, if the agent comes back and if George pulls out 16 or 17 million, the agent will say, see what I'm telling, man? Just trust me, George. I'm your dude, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You almost got me laid off.
Yeah.
But see, the way I look at it, when I saw 13, I was like, oh, yes. But this is still kind of speculation, right? This is not official. So it's like, it's just as much, you shouldn't really believe it as much as you shouldn't believe it being 17 to 20 million. We still don't know. We hope for the best. We hope it's 13. When I saw that, I'm like, okay. But okay, I can't get excited because, he hasn't signed the dotted line. We don't know the numbers. This is just all rumors and speculation that it's 13. But it's looking good. But again, for me, I don't want to get my hopes up. I hope it's 13. But then all of a sudden, next week, it'd be like, oh, it's actually going to be 15.
It's back to arguing again. But Browns, I got to tell you, man, if anything agents know right now, don't mess with the 49ers when it comes to going crazy with the prices because you see where DeForest Buckner is. They will. And DeForest Buckner was a god on a defensive line. If you go past the line,
they will ship your ass out of there. They will ship your ass to NFL Siberia. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't care how good the Colts are projected to be. They're projected to be pretty good this season. But Indianapolis, where they got the Indy 500, that is not somewhere where you want to live. I promise you that. And I ain't never been there.
Have you been there before, Trey? I've never been there.
I ain't never been there. But going from San Francisco, California to Indianapolis, bro, that's Siberia, bro. I'm telling you. I guarantee you he only lived there during the season. He ain't going to buy no house in no damn Indianapolis.
Yeah. Come on, man. From Hawaii to the Bay, I mean, it's like a good transition. A lot of Hawaiians are down for 49ers, but going to Indy, that's like,
Come on, bro. Like, you don't want to do that stuff, George. I'm pretty sure John Lynch got at his agent, and his agent was talking that boom, and he got at George, and George understood, like, bro, we cannot pay you no wide receiver one money. Like, we love you. We want you to be a Niner, but you're going to have to go down on that. Excuse me. You're going to have to go down on that price. And 13 million, man, that's like $4 million more than anybody else is making per year at the tight end. Well, didn't Austin Hooper, what did he get? He got 10.5 a year.
Austin's a low guy. Who's the high guy?
Austin's just I think Austin is tied with
Austin is the high guy.
Yeah. He's tied with the guy with the Chargers. I can't remember their tight end's name.
Yes.
But he got 10.5. But at this time, he's not even under contract. He got 10.5 on a what do you call that? A franchise tag. So he's not even under contract. He got a franchise tag. So,
and Dre, you mentioned a franchise tag. They could franchise tag George and save money for the next 2 years if they're gonna keep going crazy with the price.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the route we want to go because
they don't want to.
Yeah,
but just to let the agent know, if you really want to get into chess and checker games, we can play that game too.
Right? Yeah, because we could tag George for the next 3 years and he can't do a damn thing about it
and save money.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
giving him 13 would be a nice thing.
Hunter Henry is supposed to be
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry.
Then Austin Hooper, then Kelsey, then Gronk.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're getting 13, bro, I mean, you're getting 3.5 more than anybody else. I mean, you're really resetting the market. And he's probably going to get, a $50-60 million contract, probably somewhere with the, 39, 38 guaranteed. Deshaun Hopkins only got 36.5 guaranteed. So, I mean, you're killing the game. That's wide receiver one money right there.
See, and bonuses, incentives are going to be added into that package. They get to the playoffs. That's playoff money. Get to the Super Bowl, become the MVP. There's money to be made. There's no need to gouge the 49ers cap. There's no need.
Right. I think guys really need to look at what Richard Sherman did last year. When he signed that contract 2 years ago, everybody said he was an idiot. They said he wasn't smart. They said it was a horrible working. They said this is why all players need an agent. And look what happened, man. This guy made $7 million just off of incentives last year, man. This really shows that if you believe in your ability on the field, there's no reason for you to not want to sign a contract with a lot of incentives, because you're betting on yourself, right? Like you're betting on yourself to be able to get on the field and do what you do at a high level, man. And I think that a lot of guys, not just on our team, but in the NFL, need to look towards that. If you want to give your team a break, and you know that there's salary cap problems, man, go ahead and bet on yourself and get some incentives, because those incentives do not count against the salary cap. And at the same time, you're betting on yourself. And when you bet on yourself and you come and you make out good, man, it's all the better on the other side, man. There's nothing like betting on yourself and making your money, man. So
that's how winning teams roll. Look at the Patriots. Yeah. In fact, 49ers going to probably have a lot of the Patriot model is one that every team should probably like to do, but we don't have the talent to do that. Jimmy Garoppolo does not have to get paid. He's a great-looking guy. A lot of sponsors want him.
Oh my God.
Tom Brady's salary from the Patriots is his pocket money. Right. He's making all kinds of cash beyond that, right?
Exactly.
We got players that can do that, and that goes for pretty much George Kittle.
Right. Exactly.
George Kittle can get endorsed by how many companies? He don't need the 49ers money.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's got a personality that's huge. I mean,
he does. Like his agent should kick himself in the ass for not having a lot of endorsement deals, man, because he lights up the camera when he's behind it. When he's in front of a camera, man, he lights it up, man. So, man, I'm happy to hear that, George, the $13 million a year. This next subject, man, my boy Bronze, he kind of touched on it. It's about Kendrick Bourne. When there was a video released yesterday with Kendrick Bourne running routes. To me, it looks like Kendrick has added 2 gears to his speed. His routes look crisper. He looks ripped. I mean, how do you feel about Kendrick coming into this season, man?
I've been just like you, Trey, man. People have been underestimating. KB has been doing a good job. Now, he has his moments like he did last year where suddenly he seems to lose focus. But I think he's reached a level of maturity. Now, I can be quoted on this when people start on me later on. Man, we're getting rid of KB this year. Your boy ain't all. And listen, KB is, I always love to fall back on this. He gets in and out of routes faster than anybody on our team. I don't care who it is. That's his secret. And now that he's working harder and he takes that to a next level, KB, I'm going to say it right now, he is potentially WR1. Watch it.
He is.
I love it.
With the injuries,
I like his style.
Yeah.
I love his confidence.
Yeah, Bronze, man, how you feel about KB, man? He looked like he added some extra gears.
Like I said, yes. And I think we've seen it throughout the whole offseason, with the videos that he posted, him working out. But now, like this week, it's like coming together.
Right.
And just like I said earlier, when he was schooling, I forgot who those players were. It wasn't Ayuk. It was somebody else. And he was still staying after practice, and he was just watching and just helping out the other players. And that just speaks volumes. And I'm just, WR1, I wouldn't even really, now I'm starting to see it, he could be. He could be, especially early in the season, right? With Debo and everybody else sort of still getting gear, he could very well be the go-to guy. Him and Kittle.
When y'all start, I'm telling you, man. You know where to find me. I'll argue all day. I'm telling you, Kendrick is not no chump.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Right.
Yeah,
he stays healthy. He's dependable. Money downs, touchdowns.
Yeah.
What else can you ask for more?
Clutch. Need a TV.
He helps out Jimmy G. He has to come back, if it comes short.
Yes.
So
and KB doesn't get enough credit for his blocking. And in Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, that is how important is that? We know KB be doing a number. I said, look at him.
Yeah.
Off,
he's starting to get that grown man strong. He's starting to get that grown man strong now. He's getting older, mature wise, and all that.
And essentially what we've seen, man, we've seen a 21-year-old undrafted free agent grow up in front of our eyes, man. He's about to turn 25. Kendrick is 24 now. So he's essentially growing up like right in front of our eyes, man. And that is a beautiful thing to see. You've seen another clip of him basically mentoring Brandon Ayuk over the last couple of days, telling him how to run certain routes, when to break on his routes, when to come out of a route. he was explaining to him on a option route where Kyle Shanahan was on his ass, screaming at him day after day after day until he finally got it down. And for me, that was a great thing to see because everybody thinks, like you said, Rambo, Kendrick Bourne is just a fun guy. He's gonna come to practice, he's gonna have fun, he's gonna crack jokes, he's gonna dance, but he is really showing his maturity, especially and giving Brandon Ayuk a first round draft pick some tutelage, man. There's some guys out there who would won't tell a guy nothing. I remember
I feel threatened.
I remember Martellus Bennett was talking about who was that slow ass tight end for the Cowgirls? Jason Witten. Martellus Bennett was talking about when he was in Dallas with the Cowboys, and he said Jason Witten is a horrible teammate, and he's not even in his top 10 of tight ends because he wouldn't share no knowledge of the game, of the offense, or anything. He felt threatened by Martellus Bennett's talent, and so he would share any tricks of the trade. And with Kendrick Bourne doing what he's doing, that just shows, man, the 49ers are all about the team. No one man is bigger than the other man, man.
Give Kyle the glory, Dre. I don't know what they've done to the mentality of all those guys in that locker room, but they are so together as one. That's a hard force to beat.
Right. Even with the losing season, when they won those few games, they were ecstatic, like they won the playoff games. I remember like the scenes in the locker room. They were all crunk.
Taking nothing for granted.
Yeah. And so
I mean, if you remember the last game that we won that season, man, I feel bad for El Jefe, old Carlos Hyde. Carlos said, man, we're going to the Super Bowl next year. And the thing is, we did, but your ass wasn't here to do it. You know, I feel bad for old Carlos, man.
I felt bad because he lost weight. He lost weight because they told him to lose weight, and he felt like, I felt like, like I'm back in high school.
Yeah.
But I guess it wasn't good enough.
And now look where he at. He's a Seattle Seahawk.
He's a journeyman.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. All right, man. Let's move on to this next subject. Cam Newton. There was an article that came out. And it basically said, and this article was by Kyle Madsen. That's our buddy. We interviewed.
Shout out to Kyle.
When was that, Brian? About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we interviewed Kyle Madsen.
Yeah, almost a month. Yeah.
And he basically said that I think it's a week 7 matchup. The week 7 matchup just got a little bit more interesting, and that the game in Boston is going to be a little bit tougher. Rambo, do you think that the Patriots signing Cam Newton will make that game a lot tougher than it would have been without him, or do you feel it as being basically the same?
Guys, I'll give you the honest truth on this, and I'm thinking Cam is not going to start in that game. Now, here's what I say: they're high on Stidham. I think that Stidham may fit what McDaniel likes to do more than Cam. Now, they'll probably give Cam the green light. All right, Cam. Now we know how you like to work, but here's what I've designed for you. And Cam, don't just show me the plays. I'll take it from here, man. Don't.
Right.
Let me be Cam Newton. Because I know that's how Cam is. Because if you restrain him and try to make him do what you want him to do, he's gonna be Cam Newton.
Exactly.
I've been MVP. I've done this. Okay, we get it. But Cam, here's what we just take a look at the playbook and let's go. I don't see the chemistry ever working between him and McDaniel. Okay, if he does play. Guys, you notice how Cam actually got soft the last couple of years before he turned into this current Cam Newton and got hurt. Cam does not like to get hit anymore. No. When the Broncos beat him up in that Super Bowl, he ain't been right since.
No.
The 49ers will beat him up worse than that.
It's going to be a problem.
And that's why, so I do not see.
Yeah. I don't. So the thing that intrigues me about this as to why they got a more mobile quarterback is because their Hall of Fame offensive line coach retired this year.
I didn't know about that.
Retired. As soon as Tom Brady announced that he wasn't coming back to the Patriots and that the Patriots were moving on from him, he retired 2 days later. Within 48 hours, it was on ESPN that he was retired, right? They also have a very young offensive line. So I can see why Belichick went and got Cam Newton, because Belichick also came out and said, we're not going to be hindered with Tom Brady's immobility anymore.
Ooh.
Shade.
Shots fired.
Yeah, hey, flag on the play, right? He literally said that about the so-called GOAT. We're not going to be hindered anymore by Tom Brady's inability to be mobile. So
how long has he felt that way? Man.
It's probably been for a while, man, because if you look at Tom Brady, man, like there is no getting outside of the gap. Like there's no getting outside of the pocket.
Steps up.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Yeah.
There's none of that. So I could see where he's going to utilize Cam to get outside the pocket and make things happen with his athletic ability. Now,
you can bet
the
on
only
that.
reason why I think it won't affect us is because I think we have the most athletic linebacking core in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fastest and the most athletic. Like they get to the point of contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get upfield and have a 40, 50-yard run. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not Kyler Murray fast. And that's a whole nother subject, right? But I think that's why Belichick went and got him. But does it make it harder for us to beat those guys? I don't think so. Like they lost Collins. They lost Jamie Collins, their starting linebacker. They lost Kyle Van Noy we'll still see him, but he'll be in Miami. You know what I'm saying? They lost some pieces in New England. So I don't really see it being that much of a challenge to beat those guys.
This is what I heard with Grant Cohn the other, was it today or yesterday? His tweet was, quarterback by committee is the future.
Quarterback? Did he say quarterback by committee?
Yes. Similar to what the Saints did. Copycat league.
I forgot about that. Okay. Actually, that does work for the Saints.
Right. I was getting annoyed by that too. When we played them, I'm like,
yeah, but
I don't even know the guy's name really. I didn't pay attention, but yeah, he was kind of annoying.
I know, I'm sitting there trying to think of his name, but he is dangerous.
I
Because
mean,
he can do everything. He can run, he can catch,
right?
He can throw. He's in
but,
there.
But the thing is, right? Can you really call it by committee if you have a guy come in and run some option plays and run a couple of quarterback? I mean, it's not
RPOs.
The RPO. That's what you call it. Like, can you call that a committee if a guy comes in and he runs 8 to 10 plays? It's like no. Like he came in for a design play specifically for him. But is it a quarterback by committee? I don't know, man. I think my guy Grant be bored sometime and he just be throwing out there.
But you know, it's not going to become a trend. Why would I even have Drew Brees if I got somebody to do that? Why don't I just stay with that kid,
right?
And let Brees go. Because how much more can I expand that playbook with that kid?
Right.
If I did more with him instead of having Brees come in.
And they paid that guy $12 million just to stay with the Saints.
So they can run that again. So they can keep on running those separate plays.
Crazy. For a guy who's only thrown one touchdown in his career, they paid $12 million to keep Taysom Hill. That is ridiculous. Yeah, that's his name. That's ridiculous, man. All right.
Real quick before we move on, man, that the Tom Brady with Bill Belichick talking about mobility, that stuck in my head because I think on your show, Rambo, someone was saying when he's gonna be in Tampa, when Jameis Winston was running around.
And he got sacked 47 times. That was me. Thank you, Bron.
Yeah, George. That was shout out to Trey. Yes. So can you rephrase that again? Because I was like, I agreed to that one.
All right. So, I basically said that when Tom Brady came out of Michigan, he ran a 5.440, right? When Jameis Winston came out of Florida State, he ran a 4.940. So that's a half a second faster. It doesn't sound like much, but 0.5 of a second is like literally you getting between a gap that's open and you getting smashed by the defensive tackle when he closes that gap, right? So Jameis Winston can move outside of the pocket. Like he can create with his legs, right?
Yes.
Tom Brady cannot do that. Jameis Winston was sacked 47 times last year. 47 times. That's a lot, bro. If you divide it up, they did make it to the playoffs. So if you divide that by 16 games, I mean, that's at least 4 times a game he's getting sacked, man. That's a lot of sacks for a quarterback to take. Tom Brady's also.
That means Tom is going down more than that then. And another thing about that offense, are they going to throw their missiles up all day? Because that takes time for that. Quarterback's got to stand back and wait that route to.
He ain't got the arm to do it.
I'm wondering, why are you guys bringing Tom Brady?
I guess we're going to
49ers versus Tampa Bay NFC Championship game. I would bet on that.
I would love to see that.
Too, but it ain't gonna happen.
I guess Bruce Arians said that he's handing the reins over to Tom, and they're going to change a lot of things. But the thing about Mike Evans is he is not a receiver where you give him the ball in open space and make him create with his feet. Like, he just doesn't have the speed to get that done. And then Perryman, he's gone. He got signed by a different team. They don't have him anymore. He was the guy who ran the 4-2. So it's like, really, who do you have? Like Chris Godwin? Yeah, he's the guy who could do that. Like,
he's pretty good.
Yeah,
maybe the bubble screen passes or
yeah, you could toss him the ball in open space and maybe he makes.
They got Gronk. What do you guys expect to see from Gronk? I mean, he took a year off. He's probably still Gronk. I don't know. I can't. What do you? I can't expect.
Ron, bring up Gronk's stats from the last game he played real quick, bro.
Gronk, okay.
I
know he's gonna be rusty though.
Of course. He had to gain like 30 pounds within like a month in time. Like, bro, that's just unhealthy for your body.
Man, that's gonna be some
he was already like the bionic man. He had like an elbow pad. He had an elbow pad, knee pad. He had in every type of pad there is possible, bro. Like, bro, broke down. I think he had like 540 yards and like 3 touchdowns. I don't know if that's like the correct number, but
he was deteriorating, though, Trey. That's why he quit. He was
deteriorating, right?
Nothing.
So it shows. I mean, he had 47 yards,
47
receptions, 682 yards total,
642 yards.
Yeah, 82, 3 touchdowns.
Okay, so I was right on the touchdown. So he had 682 yards and 3 touchdowns. So
before that, he had 8 touchdowns, 2017.
Yeah, the AFC. I mean, the NFC. Yeah, that whole division has become the geriatric division, the NFC South. I mean, you look at Drew Brees up in New Orleans. You look at Matty Ice in Atlanta. Even there's not a lot going on there either. Because the Falcons have looked pretty bad the last couple of seasons. These guys are on their way out. The next generation is coming on now, which includes the 49ers.
Yeah, but see, the thing about the NFC South is you're gonna have to play the Saints 2 times a year, right? Then you have the Falcons who are sneaky good. Yeah. And what I mean about sneaky good is the Falcons beat the Saints last year, right? They beat them in New Orleans, right? And they did not have Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley was gone for the last 7 games of the season because he had an injury. So they get him back. They also, got a new running back in town. They got Todd Gurley. People can say what they want about Todd Gurley. They can say what they want about Todd Gurley. He still had 12 touchdowns last year. I'm pretty sure Atlanta can use those 12 touchdowns. The NFC South is 10 times tougher than the AFC East. We know this. That's why the Patriots were so successful with Tom Brady. He had a free 8 games in a straight shot to the playoffs. Like, it's not going to be that. This is the NFC, bro. Like, it's going to be tougher for Brady. So, it is what it is, man.
I just want to underline that, though, Dre. I just want to underline for a second. So can we please stop comparing Joe Montana with Tom Brady? Joe never had it this soft. There's no telling what his stats would have been had he played in the AFC North, had they been in the same situation.
No comparison. Man, Joe, there's no comparison. Like, there's no Deflategate, there's no Spygate, there's no Tuck rule. When Tom Brady tore his ACL, when somebody dove at his knee, they created the rule where you cannot tackle the quarterback below his knees. That's the Tom Brady rule. It came out the year after when he came back healthy after that ACL. It came out that following year. There's just so many things that worked, and like the league office did whatever they could to help Tom Brady. There is no comparison, man. Joe Cool is Joe Cool, man. That's Joe Montana. He's undefeated in the Super Bowl, never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. Like, you just can't compare. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't do that, man.
And we ain't hating on Tom. He's a Bay Area boy, but stop insisting on the GOAT next to his name.
Yeah, but this is when you could helmet to helmet contact, you could clothesline. Like it was a totally different era, bro. Like you can't even compare the two because of the two eras, bro. Like this is sissy ball. I love it, but it's sissy ball. You know what I'm saying? So,
Joe barely can walk right now at this point in his life, man.
Yeah.
So it's a different game.
Yeah.
So the NFLPA, man, they released some bad news. So we already have, a short training camp. They've already canceled the Hall of Fame game. They've already canceled 2 of the 4 preseason games. Now they're saying that they're going to cut the roster size from 90 to 80, maybe even 75 players. We have, I believe we signed 8 undrafted free agents this year, maybe 9. So
at least.
What does it do for those guys? Like, I mean, how do you feel about that, Rambo? Like, our starting lineups are really set. We don't have to worry about that. But, there's some diamond in the roughs. We have Emmanuel Mosley. We have Kendrick Bourne. We have Raheem Mostert. We have Jeff Wilson Jr. We have a lot of diamonds in the roughs that were created out of being undrafted free agents. How do you feel about the NFL Association coming out and saying, hey, we're going to cut down 10, maybe 15 players, from 90 to 80, maybe even 75? I mean, how do you feel about that?
It actually reestablishes the argument of a need for a farm system in football. I've always been an advocate of that. There's a lot of good football players out there. They go to these expansion leagues and XFLs and things like this, but it doesn't work out. And those leagues are not going to survive as long as there is an NFL.
Right.
This pandemic situation throws another wrench into the works. We're liable to get rid of some football players this year, but we're going to be good ball players, but just needed ample time to go out there and prove it. We're going to lose a few guys that are going to end up somewhere else, and we're going to say, remember, we had him.
Right.
Look at that.
Right.
And we couldn't hold on to him. We couldn't get a good look at him.
Right.
And now there you go. So I'm really a little disappointed in how things are turning out, but you knew that was going to happen. Something like this. Because there's no telling that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got Chris Fink. You have Jared Mading.
I think he makes it, though.
Yeah, you got the Marcus Acey. You got Jermichael Hasty. You got Stalvin Ahmed. Like, there's so many talented guys, man, that might not even get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you guys are going to cut down the roster, but we've already given guys signing bonuses. So what are you guys? Is the NFL going to reimburse us for the signing bonus money? Like they've already, like
from 90.
They've already signed guys. Like the undrafted free agents, they get a signing bonus when they sign. That money, the money's probably spent. Like they got families and shit.
Not like you can't go get it back, right?
Yeah, it's like that money's already gone. So what are you gonna do? Like, are you guys gonna reimburse us for that? Like, I just don't understand it. I'm gonna say the C19 because they've been banning a lot of videos when you even bring up that word COVID. But I'm gonna say the C19. We know that it's real, but there's a way that you can still keep the 90 guys and not cut it down to 80 or 75, man. You could separate the players on different parts of the practice field and not even have them in contact. Player positions, defense over here, offense over there, special teams over there. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand as to why they would cut it down, knowing that there's a lot of teams out there, especially us, that sign undrafted free agents. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I understand that the pandemic is real and it's a serious issue, but I think it is such thing as going a little bit overboard. And I really don't like that, man, because it's cutting out opportunities for some guys who deserve that opportunity.
And I just wonder where they're going to go after this. Are they going to just hang it up or what? I mean, that's a lot of guys, and per team, that's hundreds.
Right. And in the wake of that, what they did was they canceled the supplemental draft. They canceled it. So the guys who declared for the pros, who went to the supplemental draft, now they can't even go back to college because once you declare as a pro, you can't go back and play college football. So they're screwed.
They might have to alter that one just for this reason. This is a special situation.
Yeah.
And college ball, I'm wondering if they're going to play because, and then I say that's going to affect the draft. I mean, it's going to be really weird this year.
The SEC said we don't give a damn what's happening. We're playing football. We're playing football.
Y'all know that attitude.
They said we don't give a damn what's happening. We're playing football. And at the end of the day, man, the NFL is a privatized league, man. You can't govern what you do with a private business. Like, you can't do that. Like, this is our league. We're going to do what we want to do. Y'all do what y'all do over there, man. We definitely want to see some football. We need to see some football.
And administrators, though, city administrators will still make a call as to whether or not they'll allow you to play in their city limits, which worries me about Santa Clara because Jed York is not their favorite person in Santa Clara. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with that.
I know John Lynch. They got plans. They got backup plans. I mean, he mentioned it already, so they're prepared.
Oh, when did he mention that?
It was a couple months ago, like around draft time.
Okay. So you know, man.
But he didn't say, he didn't reveal the specifics. But
well, yeah, they ain't gonna do that. Bronze it right there. The 49ers are always thinking ahead. Everything they do,
right?
You know, they always know where they're going. That's what I love about this organization.
Yeah, man. All right. So I think that the roster, not the roster, but the schedule coming up this year is a little bit tougher than people really think it is. You have the Miami Dolphins. They've gotten a lot better. They've signed some pretty good guys. You have
who? How did they get better? Really? Because I've been hearing that. I haven't paid attention.
They signed Kyle Vanoy. They also signed who's the cornerback that was from the Cowboys? Is it Byron? Hold on.
Okay, they got Kyle Vanoy, linebacker.
And Matty B says
they got
that
Jordan.
running back group.
They signed Byron Jones. He's a B.
He's not bad.
He got a $90 million contract. You got the Jets. They have their starting linebacker coming back, Mosley, from the Baltimore Ravens. For some reason, he didn't play all year last year. So they got him coming back. They got their quarterback. He's going to have another year of tutelage underneath him. I just feel like it's some sneaker games that's in there. We already know about the Arizona Cardinals. They.
Great. I just want to say one thing about the Jets, though. They did not address their offensive line. Darnold set a record last year for getting
That's true. That's true, right? But even with that, and the Cowgirls, they got a good roster. Like, that's what I can say. They beat the Cowboys. Like, they did that.
See,
you know what I'm saying? So
but that tells me more about the Cowboys than it does the Jets. The Cowboys are. I can't wait to see them.
Right. I mean, if you could rank our schedule from a 1 to 10 ranking, what would you rank it, and what do you see our record as being this coming up year?
Schedule, I give it a 7, and I give it a 7 only because the 49ers got such muscle. These guys, when I look at a team like the Jets, they're going to be overwhelmed by that frontline defense. And what if Javon Kinlaw is anything like he's being advertised? That's going to make the 49ers even more invincible as that frontline defense, and they've got a little more chemistry than they did last year with Nick Bosa. And also, the Jets defense, you've read some articles what Kyle Shanahan's going to be doing this year. Kyle Shanahan's going to remind you a lot. He's going to adopt a lot of what you've seen from Bill Walsh this year. It seems like he's even more on that page now. I don't see a defense in NFL stopping the 49ers. Not this year. Not this time. Last year they were finished installing it because Jimmy G had 1 year out. I don't see Jimmy suffering this year. The run game is going to be even sharper than last year, most likely. I'm trying to understand how a team's going to stop the 49ers defensively. And then you look at our defense, I don't see anything less than 13-3 from last year, actually.
Let's go. Yeah, man.
But Byron Jones is the cornerback.
Yeah.
Okay. Highest paid cornerback.
Yeah. Highest paid cornerback in the league. Yeah, I would say 13-3, 12-4. One surprise I have is we're sweeping the Seahawks. We're gonna go.
I'm
We're gonna go
tired of
to
them.
Seattle after New England, and we're gonna beat their ass at home, and then we're gonna beat them at home. We're gonna sweep the Seahawks this year. I'm calling it today. I feel like we're just supremely better than the Seahawks. They didn't address their offensive line. They have two running backs coming back off of a torn ACL. Matter of fact, they had 3 guys go down with ACLs in the game against us at their house. They had Kendricks, their linebacker, who was trying to run down Juice. He tore his ACL trying to run down Juice. And then you had one of their running backs? I can't remember that guy.
That one that stays hurt. He's got a very interesting name.
Chris Carson.
Who?
Isn't it Chris Carson?
Yeah, he's tough. He is tough. Yeah.
But he's coming back off the ACL. But the ACL. So I mean, I just feel like, man, we're gonna beat those guys, man. Their time is kind of running short. You can't continue to depend on Russell Wilson to bail you out every game, man.
And that sorry offensive line, which they refuse to address every year. They put a guy here and there in, but that's how come the running backs get killed. That's how come Wilson is hitting the dirt 40+ times every year.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's almost like the Cowboys starting center now is Joe Looney. But hey,
well, what about Arizona? What you seeing? What's your prediction, Rambo?
They do scare me.
Yeah,
they scared me last year. Something about Kyler Murray worries me, and now he's got a year of NFL experience.
Yep.
I see them being the team to beat in the NFC West other than us. I don't see the Rams being a problem. They got too many internal issues right now. And the Seahawks have probably finds that doorway where it's almost time to say, take a seat back, start thinking about your future, get rid of Russ. That's too big of a contract. Get some more of they're about to reach that point. But Murray, and I don't know how D-Hop's going to fit in. Guys, that running back they got, that boy hurt us last year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I see a split. I see a split.
I do too.
You see a split with the Cardinals?
Yeah, I don't want to, but that's.
I kind of see it.
I want to sweep. But I got no hate for Arizona as compared to like Seattle.
Yeah, right.
I got no hate, but
I don't hate them, so I look at them objectively.
Yeah, I don't hate Arizona. Like I like Cliff Kingsbury. Like I got respect for him. He does put together a good offensive game. I like Kyler Murray. Like I don't have anything against him. Like, I don't have any. Larry Fitzgerald. He's the class act. Like I don't have anything against those guys. I just think that we're superior to anybody in the NFC West.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Sure. I think that we, possibly might split with the Cardinals, and go sweep the Seahawks and then sweep the Rams. But don't be surprised if we have a NFC West sweep of all 6. Man.
It's all highly possible.
I would love that.
I agree,
bro.
He just scares me because of that quickness, and his accuracy is very good.
No, Kyler Murray makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Like he definitely makes me nervous. But like I said, man, we have the most athletic linebacking core in the NFL. And the thing that people have to realize is the second game we played the Cardinals, we did not have D Ford, and Quan Alexander was gone. He had torn his pec in the first game against the Cardinals. So it's going to be a little bit different dynamic with those guys in the game. Also,
defensively though, look at the Cards, Trey. They did a pretty good job of keeping us down until that last quarter at home.
Yeah, but then again, we didn't have George Kittle the second game, Rambo.
Well, that's right. Kittle was out.
See, I mean, it was all over the board. Like we didn't have Guy. There was like a lot of guys that we didn't have playing against him. DJ Jones, he was out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he was struggling with
George went out there yelling Buddha's name all game long. That's true, right?
I feel like
Buddha.
One more thing. Okay, so we have 2 wide receivers that are out right now, right? News comes out today.
Oh yeah,
DJ Reed tore his pectoral. What are the injuries like already starting to stack up? What's going on right now?
And we get a pec injury every year, man.
This is what worries me with not having mini camp because guys are working out unattended with no type of medical team. They're not getting any massages. They're not getting any treatment. They're not sitting in a cold bath. They're not. This is what we're guys getting together and working out, man. I think it's almost like that time to say, hey, man, we might want to shut it down until training camp starts and just do your conditioning and work out in the gym, bro. Because we don't need no more of these injuries, Rambo. Like, how do you guys feel, man, about these injuries that's just popping up out of nowhere, back to back to back?
Scary.
Yeah.
It can only get worse. And I tell you what, I do like watching Trent Williams working out. Trent Williams is a beast. Did you see that clip on him doing the things he does? That dude, he will be ready. His hops freaked me out. I said, that's a big man getting over that. He's getting over the bar, and then he jumps up to the top, and that level was high. Look at now, I know why he's who he is. Whoa!
I need to go search out them clips because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, Trent Williams will freak you out. That boy's got some strength.
We got what, like a month left before training camp? When does training camp start?
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
They're supposed to start at the end of July.
July. So I hope everyone's starting to dial back down just to, be on the safe side. Hopefully Trent Williams doesn't do all the crazy workouts. Hopefully he's just on the treadmills and push-ups.
Yeah, man. We definitely want guys to be 100% healthy, man, when it comes to training camp, man. Yeah, but
Reed's out for the year though. You're torn pec.
Out for the year. Shit.
Yeah, they
said that. They didn't say that.
Yeah, they said
came back.
Yeah, they said 6 to 9 months. I wouldn't count on seeing DJ until maybe the second half of the season. The only thing that worries me about that is who else do we have that could play slot besides for K1? The only guy,
Jimmy Ward.
You got Dub.
Yeah, but Dub already said his stipulation of re-signing his contract and coming back with us. He did not want to play anywhere else besides for free safety.
Did he have that put in his contract?
One of the main reasons he came back because he told him he did not want to play anywhere else besides free safety, even though he had the capability of playing at the nickel.
I don't. If push came to shove, though, Jimmy. No, look, Coach, I'm ahead of you already, man. Just show me what you want me to do. I'm ready to go. And the thing is, who do you put at center field after that, though? Because I understand Kwaski can't play that spot. But I forgot we still got Tavares, so I guess we're okay. Yeah,
man. Well, shit, man.
Well, quick question. I got another. Before, out of all the safeties, Merton Hanks and Tim McDonald versus Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tartt.
Okay, see that's
who
not
you guys
fair.
Pick?
I'm going with
and there's
Hanks.
more too.
Because Bobby don't like our guys.
Can't go against the Legends, bro.
Chat. Yo, chat. What you guys got? Who you guys got? Hanks, McDonald versus Ward and Tartt.
You already know, man. I'm going.
Yeah, Hanks and McDonald were pretty incredible.
Okay, Hanks and McDonald versus
from Ward and Kwaski T. Go ahead.
Right. Hanks and McDonald's versus Goldson and Whitner.
Hanks and McDonald again. Goldson and Whitner would knock the bejesus out of people, but I don't know if they was all that good in coverage. They used to intimidate and scare dudes. I'm not running no routes against them because if I look up, catch the ball, and I'm gonna get folded up. That works on your mind, because
But when we were talking about Merton Hanks, man, that dude had 7 interceptions in one season, bro. Like it's just a total dynamic with him. Yes. And he was pick 6ing. It wasn't just getting interception, bro. He was taking at least one or two
with the chicken dance all the way with the pick 6. I love that. With those days.
Woo!
Yeah, man. Well,
about Ronnie Lott and I forgot. Ronnie Lott versus Hanks and McDonald. 1 versus 2.
Man, Ronnie Lott.
Nah, I just want to throw that out there. Yeah.
I'm taking Ronnie Lott over anybody, man.
Chad, what you guys got?
I'll take Lott.
Yeah, I'm taking Lott over. I'm taking Lott over 2 players, man. He counts 2 players.
His anticipation. His ability to terrorize.
All around,
and when you play against the 49ers, if you're a wide receiver, you are constantly concerned about your health. they don't have that kind of intimidation anymore in the NFL because they've taken the rules and they've altered them, like Dre pointed out a little while ago. It's a powder puff league now. You know, they have rules to protect those guys out there as defenseless player.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, but man, Rambo, man, we definitely appreciate you for coming on.
My pleasure, guys. It's been fun.
I know you got a busy schedule and you got a lot of things going on with your own production, man, but we really appreciate you for coming on, man, and giving us your time to come chill with us.
Yes.
And man, we'll definitely be in contact. And when's your next show, bro?
Well, I will drop another video here probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, man. Yeah. So y'all tune into Ronbo, man. Go to Ronbo Sports channel, man. I'm pretty sure y'all already subscribed. You know, he's that guy when it comes to supporting all the content. But man, go to Ronbo Sports, man. Go ahead and subscribe, man, and be there on Saturday because y'all gonna see us on there, man. Because we stay on there constantly.
Rombo, can you send us out?
Pure pleasure, guys. And I want to thank you for inviting me. Let's do it again. Anytime. Yes. Let me know. Get back move. I'll get right on in there. That's fun. All right.
Yes, all right. Cool.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
With exclamation point on it. Niners all day, baby.
Yes, let's go. All right, Rambo. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We definitely appreciate you guys, man. You know, we've been working really hard to get different people on the platform. It takes a lot of DMing, and it's just a lot of stuff that goes on behind the walls that you guys don't get to see, man. So we appreciate y'all for kicking it with us. Our next show is going to be a fan interaction show. Brian, how many people can we have on at one time?
They got a notification, 10 people. 10
yeah, man. So
maybe we'll try to do that. It might be hectic, but we'll.
Yeah, it's gonna be hectic.
Yeah, party chat line or so.
Yeah, man. So we definitely going. I don't know if we're gonna do it on Saturday or Sunday. We got to figure it out. But we'll be letting you guys know pretty soon. And what we'll do is we will post the show update, and then if you want to come on, we'll inbox you the link because we don't want to post the link and then we just get all kind of crazies. We might get some weird Raider fans or some Rams. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna kick them out.
Yeah, we're gonna communicate directly with Niner fans to make sure you are the people that's gonna get on the live chat, man. So we definitely appreciate y'all, man, and we'll be in contact with y'all, man. Niners all day, man. We up out of here.
Peace.